Hey everyone. So I am super excited. I hope you guys all can, if you guys can, please let me know in the general chat. First of all, I am crazy excited, very, very excited to have our first feature release party. Um, and I would love to have feature release parties basically every single time we release new features. And it's really in part to like share with you guys what new features we have, and also to kind of let everyone come together, network, meet each other, people from all over the world. So I'm gonna uh, really briefly talk about some updates about the company, what we've been doing, and then I'm going to jump right into some of the new features that we have. You guys can test it out right after, and we'll get right to it. So a few things that I want to update you guys. So we've now hosted over 22 events now, closing up to 25. We've had a very, very busy September. Like we hosted about 10 events in September, almost 2 to 3 a week, and ranging all the way from women in tech, blockchain, HR, remote working, remote work health. I've seen some of you guys come to them, and getting more and more traction, and also networking as well, like a normal networking event. So definitely getting more traction. Super excited. And probably one of the highlights that we saw, aside from just having a traditional like networking event, is we hosted our first event that had a physical portion and a virtual portion. We had 2 events that were like that. So they had a physical meetup event that had about 60 people, and then we had a virtual event inside Remo that also had about 50 people, and they both ran in parallel. And the crazy part is we had people that the speakers in the physical event spoke, and then went into the virtual event by going on their computers and talking to the people in the virtual event. So there was some back and forth that was happening between the virtual and physical. Very complex. It wasn't my idea. They came to me for that idea, and I was like, okay, we'll see what happens. And it was a success. Luckily, it was a great success. It worked out really, really well. Super happy about that. So we're starting to get more traction. Definitely starting to get new partners brought on board, and partnership channels as well. My real key kind of objective for the company is really making sure that the attendee experience, like individual experience, is awesome and amazing. And second is making sure that the hosts, as a host, when you organize events, it's as easy as possible and really a smooth experience. And that's something that we're also working on more. The third thing is that we have now seen where, I was talking to Natalia and Kelly, sorry to kind of pick you guys out, but I've been hearing a lot of stories, which really touches my heart, is people meet on our platform, they swap contacts, and they continue developing relationships afterwards. And I've now heard about 3 stories about this happening. One group, 6 ladies, they actually met on an event that we had, and they now have their own mastermind group, and they meet weekly. Another, Kelly from Minnesota, and Natalia from Greece, they also met at an event in April. And then now they're talking frequently, and they're thinking about visiting each other, all around the world. So that's awesome. That's great. One of our main focuses about what we do is how do people create meaningful relationships and have meaningful conversation, and doing that in a much more natural and authentic way using our technology. So really, really great stuff. So I'm now going to start talking a little bit more about what we've created. We have some features that are targeting for attendees. So you see my share screen. You can click on the top right corner right here, and it will blow up. So I'll let you guys do that. And as usual, if you guys have a Q&A, please enter it in the Q&A, and I'll take a look at them. So the first one that I'm going to show is from the attendee experience side. So if you guys can see, this is like another space here. So one of the cool things that we've started doing is we wanted to improve networking. And right now we've created this bio networking card. and it pulls in your picture and also your flag and the actual time. Yes, it's 1:50 a.m. Don't worry, guys. It's fine. I'm not going to fall asleep. But it shows a lot of relevant information. So where you're from, what your time is, shows your name, your LinkedIn tagline. This is pulled in from LinkedIn, and your current company that you work for, which is also pulled in from LinkedIn. We had this button before. We just kind of like rejigged it a little bit. You click, if you connect your LinkedIn profile, you click on connect, and it automatically connects to the LinkedIn profile of that person that you want to click to. So this is available for everyone. I'm just showing what mine looks like. So this is my LinkedIn profile. You know, I'm not going to let this load through. You guys know what LinkedIn is. So when you click on anyone, this is kind of like what you'll see. Give me a quick second here. I'm just going to move this over. Sorry. Oh no. So I can just look at this on the side so I don't miss any questions or anything. And then you have a booking link. And this is something where people really requested. And I clicked on the booking link, and you can see how it's going to open my personal booking calendar link. So anyone can book a meeting with me. And the reason why this is important is because when you guys connect, one of the ways is you want to connect on LinkedIn, which makes sense. But you also get their email. But typically, what is the next thing you do after you get their email or the LinkedIn? Typically is you want to book a meeting with them. So we have this dance that we do, this email dance. Oh, what time are you available? Oh, can you do this time? Oh, I'm not available. There's some back and forth, and that could last between 2 to 3 days to up to a week. Well, now you can immediately book them right then and there inside Remo, and you don't have to wait. It's just immediately done. So one of the good things is that because of that, when people kind of say, hey, I met 10 great people there, which is fine, you know, for networking, that's also good too. But for people who are more into sales, or they're more driven for maybe a specific purpose and trying to get more meetings, they can say, I got 5-7 meetings out of that networking event. And it means that you've got something a little bit more tangible. So how do you add this? So one of the ways is that you can click on them, and then sometimes if they don't have it, it will say request for LinkedIn contact. It'll say this request for LinkedIn contact, and it'll automatically send people a chat message, and it'll show up in the chat message. You can try this out later. That's how you request somebody else. But let's say you want to add your own. So the first thing you do is you click on the top left corner, and then you click on connect LinkedIn, and that will connect your LinkedIn profile. It takes a little time, but then it will load up. Next is if you click on update profile, it will show you can edit, change your profile picture, which I recommend everyone do. You can change your name, and you can add your meeting link here. This LinkedIn link is just for a backup, but you don't need to put that in as long as you connect into LinkedIn. Yeah, as long as you connect on LinkedIn, it would be fine. Press on save, and then you can press the X button. So that is from an attendee perspective, where we're really focusing on helping people connect a lot more easier. Another way that you can manage a profile is you can, on the top right corner, you can click on your profile here, and then you can also click on update profile and log out. That's like another place to do that. Also, you have this agenda here. So this agenda, you can kind of scroll this up and down, but if you hover over it, you can also see the agenda kind of enlarged. So we've added a much more larger agenda box, so you can kind of see stuff a little bit more. Okay, so for you guys who are administrating, you might have saw that message that I kind of popped up. So we've added this kind of pop-up message that says, hi, blah, blah, blah is about to start. So you can type a message that'll be sent to every single person, which is exactly what you saw. What you also saw is prior to the broadcast, you saw that 30-second countdown. So a lot of people said, hey, this thing is, it cuts off like right when you have a broadcast. So we said, okay, great. We will not cut you guys off so early. We had 10 seconds, so now we've increased it to 30 seconds. So as a broadcaster, you have to wait for 30 seconds. But for attendees, you can wrap up your conversations. It's kind of funny. When it counts down, it's like 10, 9, 8, 5, 4, 3. People like start talking faster and faster and faster to try to finish their conversation. Okay. All right. From the event standpoint, we have some features which some people know, some people not. We have like a network timer. And some of you guys may have seen this, some of you guys may have not. But it's basically a timer that allows you to set a certain period of time that you want something to kind of count down, like a talk or a pitch or something. So you can set it. And after I set it, I press play on the top. And you can see a countdown. And then after it finishes the countdown for the first round, it will then start the next one. So I've just set one round, you can see. And once one round is done, it's done. So as an admin, you can set this. But it's very useful for 10 rounds of 5 minutes of talking, and then you want to like kind of move to the next one. We've also done added some changes to the event settings. So the event settings is a little bit more organized. We have different sections and stuff, so people can kind of edit, stuff like that. It's similar to what we had before. I'm not going to go through in detail, but it's something it's similar to what it was. We just broke it up into different sections. You can connect YouTube live stream, interactive Q&A and poll, etc. One thing that we've done that's interesting is ending the event space. So if I press this button, it will basically kick everyone out. It's kind of like, all right, the event's done, and it kicks everyone all out. And then we have another one, which is export as CSV, so we can collect all the people who attended the event. So a lot of organizers want this. They want to know who attended, who didn't attend. So we have a CSV where you can export, and you guys can know who attended. So that was organizing the event settings page. And then, yeah, so that's kind of what we have so far that we've developed. We've got some improvements onto the UI. We've done some improvements with the website. We've done some improvements with Intercom as well. Yeah, so we've done definitely a good number of things here. So I'm now going to turn off my share screen. So one of the, I'm going to keep this short, so we're pretty much almost done. First of all, does anybody have any questions? Type in your questions if you have anything. I'm just going to share a little bit more about, kind of like a little bit more about the future. So we absolutely want to focus on how to make the product better in terms of the networking experience and allowing organizers to host better. So we're moving, so right now the space has a maximum of 100 people. Something pretty exciting is we are planning on increasing the limit of the theater space from 100 to potentially 1,000. And the way how we do that is we're gonna have on the left-hand side, a bar on the left-hand side that actually will have like elevator digits. So you can press different numbers. So it'll be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you can press like 5, and it will reload the map to the 5th floor. So now you can have 5 floors, and each floor has 100 people, and you can have 500 people within the entire space. And so you can move from one place to the next. And so people have been requesting to have more space. They want more space. They want put more people in it. So we try to make it as intuitive as possible so that you can kind of go from one floor to the next. And as a speaker, it's really important because somebody may want to talk to them from a different floor. So you can go to that floor and say, oh, hey, like, let's go to that floor and I'll talk to you. So the way how we're attacking this problem, the reason why we're doing this is because we want to build as much as we can off of what we have right now and build something that's intuitive. And floors is a good example. It's like we don't have to change too much of what we have. We just have to reload a different map. So that leverages a lot of what we already built. There's definitely many ways to attack this problem, right? Like one way that people have mentioned to us is we'll have a bigger map, or click on the map and go to a different map. Or so, it's like a game, you can load up different areas and stuff. The challenge with that is, well, each of those areas, you have to create a different map. And you have to create arrows or, navigation system, and like all that stuff is cool. And I think that's something that we may move towards in the future. But this floor concept is sort of like a something that we feel is an easier thing to implement, first of all. And second of all, we think it's easier to understand, like conceptually, that, okay, it's a floor system. But once we kind of come up with some concepts, I would love to test the prototype with you guys. So if you guys are, test out new features for us, and you guys want to give us feedback, trust me, we've got a lot of stuff that we need to test. And if you guys love testing new things and making sure that it works out, please let me know, email me, or we'll send out some emails out as well to call for new feature testing as well, so you guys can come in and check it out. But yeah, that's it. I don't see any questions in the Q&A, so I'm going to stop this, and guys, I'm going to let you guys network. So thank you guys all for coming, and I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Oh, yeah, thanks, Natalia. All right, I'll talk to you guys there.